Hello and welcome to another trip report. Different from my normal trip reports because it's not a long distance train, it's not an international train, but it's a heritage railway line here in the Harz. Right now on the railway station of Quedlinburg. I didn't make the planning myself, so I think we end up in Nordhausen. Probably right the route somewhere here below. Anyway, I hope you like this video. When you do so, give me a thumbs up on YouTube. And when you'd like to see more train related videos, subscribe to my channel. For now, let's roll the intro. To start off, I'll show you a map of the Harz Schmalspurbahnen, so the Harz Narrow Gauge railway line. I'm sure that the most famous line of this railway company is the Brockenbahn, so this will go up the mountain Brocken, what is the highest mountain of the Harz mountain area. I'm not taking that train, at least not today. Might be interesting for in the future for another video, but today we will travel from Quedlinburg to Nordhausen. The great thing about the Harz Schmalspurbahnen is that you will find a lot of heritage trains, and these trains just run on a regular timetable, what basically means that you might end up with someone who is commuting in the same train but is doing the same commute every day with a steam engine powered train. I mean, where else do you see this? On our route today, we'll take a steam engine powered train between Quedlinburg and Alexisbad. From there on, we'll take a diesel powered train to Eisfelder Talmühle. We'll make a break over there, although the train we had continued to Nordhausen. And from there on we'll take actually the same train to Nordhausen. The Harz Schmalspurbahn has also railway buses, and on some routes you will find diesel powered trams. I'll show you this in the video. For now, let's start with the video and let's go to the railway station of Quedlinburg. We arrived there by train from the railway station of Hanover in Germany, so we left quite early that morning. I made a video about it, but I don't know if I will edit or upload that. And we had some time over here to go for a little wander. I have to say, this town looks really nice and cute, but it didn't feel much alive on an early Saturday morning. So let's go back to the railway station. Right next to the platform where you find the regular trains, you find these rather old buildings, but the main station building, it looks pretty cute. You also find this cute kiosk right next to it, but there's also something like a cafeteria inside. For the regular trains, you'll find a vending machine right in front of the railway station, but for the Harz Schmalspurbahn, you'll find a ticket counter within the railway station building. And the railway station building itself, it looks really authentic. And I think this is one of the most comfortable waiting rooms I've ever seen, although I didn't test it out. Within the building, like I mentioned, there's a small restaurant, a ticket counter, a phone booth, yes they do still exist, a bakery, and that's it. The tickets you will get, well, they're rather authentic as well. They're like real old-fashioned train tickets. We paid €26 for this ride. Well, it's not cheap, but when you stay here for multiple days, you can also buy better offers. And these offers are more or less the same as the ticket we've bought when it comes to pricing. At this railway station, there are two tracks and standard gauge, so for regular mainline trains. And there are two tracks, of which only one is right next to a platform, for the Harz Schmalspurbahn, so narrow gauge track. This is a category 5 railway station in Germany, what means this is a local network station for regional transport. It's not worth doing a station review apart from what I just showed you. And besides that, my first ride is coming in. So first, let's jump into a train and find a spot, and after that I'll show you the train. These trains are relatively simple, but I just do a regular train tour. As you can see, Pretty much all seats do face each other and you find small luggage racks. I'll show you more of the passenger car in a bit. First, let's go to the special luggage or bike car, because the Harz is a pretty popular spot for outdoor activities. Well, a lot of people just take their bikes on the train and they can store the bikes in this carriage. This part here looks rather something that's for the railway staff, so I didn't look further over there. I just show you something more of the passenger cars. One of the things I really like about old heritage trains is that you have this open space between the carriages. I just really like that part. And you can also open the windows in these trains, what is also a good thing for pictures and video. Displays at the end of most compartments will give more information about the Harzer Schmalspurbahnen, so the routes, the stations, etc. But you also find this on the tables. I'll show you this in a bit. By the way, I arrived also with one of these trains, but I didn't took this specific train because then the chains will be rather tight. I guess no train tour is complete without a toilet review. And this is the toilet. I think these are one of the most simple toilets I've ever seen on a train. There's not even a washing sink, but thank goodness they had hand sanitizer. Some snacks and drinks were being sold at the first part I did on these trains. This was only the case in the first train, so don't rely on that. At the small tables at the side of these trains, the route is also printed. And small garbage cans can be found just right under these small tables. For now, I'll show you some views from the train between Quedlinburg and Alexisbad.
It's time to get away. I wanna see it all. The world is open wide. I wanna feel alive. I hear adventure call. Hey, hey, what are you saying? Feels like a perfect day. Get lost and find our way. We camp out in our cars, sleep under the stars. Feels like the world is ours. Oh yeah. This is the good life. This is the good life. Follow the desert roads to where no man goes. We can see it all.
After about 1 hour, the train arrives at the railway station of Alexisbad. If you take a closer look on the network map of the Harz Schmalspurbahnen, so the Harz Narrow Gauge railway line, this might look like a bigger town, but that's absolutely not the case. It is an important junction for the Harzer Schmalspurbahnen though, and a bigger town called Harz is nearby. By the way, if you just need to be fast between Quedlinburg and Alexisbad, you better can take the bus. It will cut the travel time into half. Right next to the railway station there's also a big bus stop. As I mentioned in the beginning of this video, you will find a lot of steam-powered locomotives for the Harz Schmalspurbahnen, so steam-powered trains. But there are also a lot of other unique trains. One of the trains I liked most that I saw, but I didn't travel on, at least not this time. But maybe I just need to go back to make some more videos. Or these small railway buses. I just really like them, they're really cute. Based on the timetable that you'll find at every railway station, by the way, you can see what kind of train you may expect for that trip. A small train icon above the timetables will indicate what kind of rolling stock will be used for that specific route. And here is my train coming in for the next section of the route. type of locomotive that's being used for this train is also called the Harz Camel. The carriages are basically the same as in the first train. Toilets is basically the same, but the tables between the seats, they are bigger, and you also find some cup holders. But the part I like most, you can stand at the back of the train. Of course, it is not much different at the steam powered locomotives, but it just depends on how the carriages are being placed. And I just really love this. Perfect for pictures or videos. If I'm traveling, I'm trying to update my followers as good as possible, and the best way to do this is, I guess, still Instagram. You can find me on Instagram as well. My name is Trainviking, and it will pop up on the screen as well right now. By the way, just like in the first train, you'll find a dedicated line map printed on these tables. For now, I'll show you some views from the train between Alexisbad and Eisfelder Talmühle.
Can you hear adventure call? Hey, what are you saying? Feels like a perfect day. Get lost and find our way. We camp out in our cars, sleep under the stars. Feels like the world is ours. Oh yeah. This is the good life.
The next spot where we went out is the railway station of Eisfelder Talmühle. This is a hub for the trains, but it's not big at all. At first I thought this would be a small town, but basically this is just a small railway station that does have a hotel and a restaurant and some tracks. That's it, there's nothing here. By the way, in this restaurant you can only pay with cash money, so no cards are allowed. The hotel seemed to be very nice, especially for railway fans and because it's in the middle of the nature. However, a lot of motorcycles were using the streets near here as well, and they made a lot of noise. Sometimes me and my friend, we cannot even talk to each other. Close to this railway station there are some walking trails as well, and we also walked a little bit over here before we went back to the railway station again to catch our train to Nordhausen. This part will be with the same train as that we had earlier on this route. Because the locomotive does need to be at the front, the locomotive also needs to change position if the direction will be changed, and that was also the case over here. In general, I'm really enthusiastic about trains, well, because I like trains, but also because they're really environmental friendly. But for these trains, I don't know. It's still more environmental friendly than taking the car though, because I looked this up. However, it's not really environmental friendly. The diesel powered locomotives over here, but especially the steam engines, they're just not that environmental friendly. The railway buses though, they're much better for the environment. There are also trams operated by this railway company. I will show you this later on in the video. At the moment we left the railway station of Eisfelder Talmühle, I also saw this railway bus. I guess this is just the cutest train I ever saw. For the next tiny bit of this video, I will show you some views from the train between Eisfelder Talmühle and Nordhausen Nord. After that, I'll tell you a little bit more, and I also show you the trams that were run on a small part of this section of the route.
This is the good life. This is the good life.
final call for our trip today is the railway station of Nordhausen Nord. The part where you find the trains of the HSB, so the Harzer Schmalspurbahnen, is right next to the railway station. It's not integrated. Over here you also find a small souvenir shop that was unfortunately closed at the moment I was here. I do collect magnets for when I'm traveling. My collection is quite big at the moment, and collecting a magnet that includes a travel destination and a train would have been very nice. Maybe this is a good reason to go back. By the way, the HSB also runs diesel-powered trams between Nordhausen and Eisfelder. The trams do start and end at the regular tram stop, what is located right next to the bus stop. When it comes to rolling stock, as you already saw, but also as I mentioned before, this is a very interesting company. They do have a total of 25 steam-powered locomotives, 10 railway buses or trams, 12 diesel locomotives and 137 carriages. There are also special carriages for special occasions. If you want to find out more, the best thing is to go to the website of the HSB. It will pop somewhere up in the screen right now. They do have special multiple day tickets for when you're staying for a longer time in the Harz. And when you go here, I just advise you not only to take these trains. There are lots of other fun things to do in the Harz as well. But since we had only a limited time, I only went here to ride trains. But I guess I'll be back here soon. If you like this video and you'd like to see more train related videos, trip reports, etc., you can subscribe to my channel. And below the description of this video on YouTube, you'll find a link to a map. And on this map you'll find all trip reports. The lines do indicate the routes, and the station and ferry icons do indicate the station and ferry terminal reviews. There will be a whole lot new lines soon added to this. When you want to support this channel, you can like the videos, you can leave a comment, and you can also subscribe to my channel. This is very much appreciated. But there's something more you can do. I do have a Patreon account as well, and you can also support this channel financially. You can already do this from €1, dollar or pound per month. I started this channel back in September 2019 when I went to China and Korea by train. Back then I worked for a company that was selling international train tickets all over the world, so therefore I do know a lot about train fares. Due to COVID, all employees got fired. I also lost my job, but I found a new job pretty soon after that. Not in the train business though. This channel is mainly focusing on international and long distance train traveling, just to show you what it's like to travel on a more sustainable way of transportation. So, show you what it's like to travel on train instead of taking the car or the plane. And while I'm doing this, I'm trying to answer as many questions as people ask me. At the moment I worked for the travel agency that was selling international train tickets. Even though COVID made it a bit more challenging for me to make new videos, and the videos are not as exciting as I planned it to be, Patreon is stimulating me in a good way to create more and new content. Apart from that, it also offers me a unique way to interact on a different way with my audience. Everything I earn on this channel, both Patreon and being monetized on YouTube, will go directly into the channel again. I don't earn anything on this channel, as a matter of fact it costs me money. But I don't mind, because I really like to do this. So, when you like to support this channel financially, you can go to patreon.com/Trainviking, and you also have some extra benefits. So that's it for this video. I'm right now at the railway station of Nordhausen. I hope you liked it. When you do so, give me a thumbs up on YouTube. And when you like to see more train related videos, normally I make trip reports on long distance or international trains. This is just an exception. Subscribe to my channel. See you on my next video.